So it turns out that you people enjoyed my little experiment, and are now begging me for another, like a stampede of pigs going to Rockstar Games for another Grand Theft Auto. So not being one to waste any time, here's Biomes, which I frequently mispronounce Binomes. There are 6 different binomes in the world. Well, according to the internet, there's 8, but that's the Calgary Board of Education for you. Anyway, let's get the boring ones out of the way first. The desert covers about 25% of the Earth. It has very high insolation and only reflects 30% of the sunlight, so therefore it is as hot and as dry as hell. Seriously, if you look close enough, you'll see Satan and Saddam Hussein doing their bit from South Park. Oddly enough, during the night, the weather can drop below freezing, but people forget about that, and don't worry, you will too. Also, during the day, the winds can create sandstorms. As a result, the terrain can vary from vastly flat to bumpy enough to soil the trousers of Richard Hammond. Naturally, animals need to adapt to this kind of environment, so to avoid the sunlight, they usually hide under rocks, or the few shrubs that there are, as if they were playing Charlie Charlie and got scared by it. Many of the organisms, like the camel for example, can store large amounts of water in their bodies. Cacti take this one step further and protect the water with freaking spikes. These adaptations are structural and behavioral, or maybe the cactus just feels like being the most badass plant ever. Of course, humans absolutely have to wipe our asses on everything, so in addition to the air pollution, humans are also poisoning the soil, through drainage and people from Jurassic Park trying to find fossils. The climate is also getting increasingly hot, so the little water that remains is being lost. Humans! Grasslands cover 20% of the Earth, and if this math doesn't add up, don't blame me, blame your cat. To remember the grasslands better, think of Saskatchewan, where it is boring and the people are old. If you remember in kindergarten, you've learned that it gets hot in the summer and cold in the winter, and that it is always like this all the time. In reality, only the grasslands come close to this description. It's like Goldilocks, not too much direct sunlight and insulation, and it reflects the right amount. There's not enough precipitation for trees to grow, however, so different species of grass are the dominant plant life. They are used to being eaten, and are able to grow even after being nibbled by animals. Speaking of animals, one of their behavioral adaptations is the ability to run very fast, since they are always seen by predators. Although, like it or not, kids, the gazelle always loses. Gosh, I should get away from this lion. Gosh, I wonder where my buttocks have gone. In actuality, when I say Goldilocks, the species are reversed, so the girl is the bear and the bears are the humans, since their environment is completely gone. Due to the heavy farming and hunting in the early 1900s, bison which used to graze are all but extinct in most areas, and the grass they grazed is replaced with concrete and various other human crap. The heavy air pollution certainly doesn't help the climate, as it is being thrown off balance, and therefore the porridge along with it. Humans! The rainforest covers, give or take, 7% of the world. The average temperature of the rainforest is 21 to 29 degrees, although it feels hotter because of the 70% humidity, and the fact that there are almost no winds. This is also shocking since the trees block 95% of the sunlight. So, yeah, the trees are the Nazis of the rainforest, basically. The typography also varies due to the trees, mountains, lakes, and rivers. Of course, it wouldn't be a rainforest without rain, then it would be stupid regular forests. It rains 50 to 80% of the time, and you people complain about a light drizzle in Calgary. The animals that live in the area are basically way cooler versions of our animals, like jaguars and anacondas. You may even find Nicki Minaj giving Drake a lap dance. In the case of anacondas, they don't have venom or STIs, and instead suffocate their victims using a tree, kinda like all my ex-girlfriends. Brazil nut trees can also self-harvest their seeds when they die, which, thankfully for humans, we can't do. We have way too many babies. The oil industry is really interested in the rainforest, more specifically destroying it and displacing the natives for a cheap $1 billion. As a result, most of the Earth's original rainforests are gone. Sunnovas! Now, granted, when I said stupid regular forests, I meant deciduous forests. You know, Canadian forests, with Canadian climate, like hot summers and cold winters. Winds are breezy at best, and the sunlight is average during summer and goes away during the winter. The typography is mostly flat, like the drinks the school sells, and the trees are usually the same size. There's an abundance of moisture in the soil, so as a result, it's very easy to grow things. The forest has a low albedo and absorbs most of the sunlight. Typical North American animals live here, like bears, squirrels, and shrubs. Bears adapt behaviorally by hibernating when their food is either dead or covered by snow in the winter, although they are waking up earlier each year because of the oil mine that is Fort McMurray, polluting and drilling their land. This leads to a greater chance of Pooh Bear being hit by a Jeep SRT-8 or killed by the local Tim Hortons-loving sheriff. Not to mention all the spilled oil all over the place, leading to animals to ingest it, choke on it, and die. Snovis, I don't care if you sponsor Connections, I'm still mad at you. The tundra is a vast, flat, treeless Arctic region of Europe, Asia, and North America, in which the subsoil is permanently frozen. Oh god, I regret saying that. Go ahead, drag me to your computer to read your Anna and Elsa fanfictions. I deserve it. Anyway, the average temperature is minus 12 to minus 6 degrees Celsius. Supports a variety of animal species, including Arctic foxes, polar bears, gray wolves, various others. Basically snow versions of other animals. The summer growing season is just 50 to 60 days, when the sun shines 24 hours a day. In that case, you better crack a cold one and take off your shirt to expose your overweight man belly before it's over. It's mostly located in the northern hemisphere, encircling the North Pole and the South Pole, and it is one of the coldest, driest environments in the world. So it is possible that Satan and Saddam Hussein live there too, along with, Santa Claus. The insulation is very spread out, and the little direct sunlight that does make it is mostly reflected by the snow. The animals are used to this, however. For example, Arctic foxes can live in darkness for months due to the behavioral adaptation. However, one thing they can't adapt to is, okay, is that really that much of a surprise? It's us, you brainless goldfish. We're building ski resorts and crap. We're melting the ice. We're killing wildlife at the first sight of them. Oh, the humanity! How the hell do you say this word? The taiga is a moist forest that begins when the tundra ends. The winters are long, dark, and cold, with lots of snow, and the summers are warm and short when the daylight can be up to 20 hours long. The average climate of the taiga each year falls below 0 degrees. The taiga can be as low as minus 60 degrees Celsius. In the summer, the temperature can reach as high as 40 degrees Celsius. Although, these temperatures can change rapidly throughout the day. If you hate wind chill, you'll hate this place, because there's lots of cool winds. Really cool winds. You could even call them swag winds. Trees can't be supported due to the weak soil and the weather. Because of this weather, food is very scarce, but most animals, like the black bear, have structural adaptations like a keen sense of smell to help them with this problem. The one thing they can't do is create a super strong bear army to kill all the humans, because we're killing them left, right, and center. We're also cutting down all the trees along with them, so that we can make skateboards and do awesome tricks and stuff. Do you kids do that anymore? Because we certainly don't make wooden iPhones. So there's the main biomes you guys should know. I don't have any final words because it took me forever to write the script, so here's Shia LaBeouf on how to spend your summer.
Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it! Make your dreams come true!